Dear Father, beautiful, kind presence of all good, the words of the great Master Jesus, who said, whatever you ask the Father in my name, you will receive. So now we ask and know that we receive healing of every memory of the past that has kept us from being free, healthy, successful person that you created us to be. We stand before you and now accept your gift that we are all now whole, happy, and complete. For this we give thanks and love, and so it is. So that is our opening prayer. There are basic PowerPoints for Louise Hay's program. If you turn to the next page, these are the basic points. We're each responsible for our experiences. Like this one, we're responsible because we didn't put it together right, okay? Every thought we think is creating our future. The point of power is always in the present moment. Everyone suffers from self-hatred and guilt, and that may not be true. It is not true that everyone suffers from self-hatred. Guilt, yes. There's always a little thing in here that says I did something wrong. The bottom line for everyone is I'm not good enough. That is not for everyone either. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. Resentment, criticism, and guilt are the most damaging patterns. Releasing resentment will dissolve even cancer. When we really love ourselves, everything in our life works. We must release the past and forgive everyone. We must be willing to learn to love ourselves. Self-approval and self-acceptance right now are the keys to positive changes. We create every so-called illness or problem. We begin with the most difficult thing to do, loving the self. And at this time, everyone has to pick up their mirrors and open them. Okay, so now you look in the mirror and you say, I love myself just the way I am. Now, where's my mirror? I love myself just the way I am.
I love myself just the way I am.
Good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. We're going to go on a little bit. We're not going to really work. The next thing is with the mirror work. Your page tells you what to do with mirror work. That's just for you to keep. You go over it, and then you begin to learn how to love yourself. This particular workshop, we're going to speak about the power of your spoken word. That's what this, you don't have this in your papers. This is my writing. This is what we talk about now. Stop and think right now. What is the last thought that you had? Not spoken aloud, spoken to yourself before I started to speak. Well, really, this is a pain in the neck. Nothing is right. My booklet is wrong. That's in your head. That's in your head. Another workshop. I hope this one is good. Hope it's not a waste of money. Oh my God, it's too hot in here. Oh God, it's cold in here. Oh God, how long is this going to take? Oh, I'm getting thirsty. This is boring. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I may not hear you, or the person next to you might not hear you. But your subconscious mind, your memory center, that part of your mind that is the one that accomplishes things, hears every word you say. And you'll get just what you ask for. You'll be too hot, or you'll be too cold, or the papers will annoy you, or you'll be bored, or you'll be happy, or you'll be asleep. That's not bad either. Okay. You might be asleep. So everything goes into the subconscious mind. This is basically what Louise Hay was saying. She started simply with the mirrors. The thing is to love the self. So when you're speaking and you're even thinking inside, you have to think good of yourself. You can't think, oh, I'm terrible, I made a mistake. You are doing the same thing that has been done to you all your life, in most cases. Somebody complaining about you, criticizing you. You are the worst, we are the worst criticizers of ourselves, critics. We're our own critics. And that's what we have to pay attention to and start to remove. Why didn't that person call me? They said they were going to be here at 7 o'clock. Why are they not here at 7 o'clock? Every time you say something like that, you're blaming yourself, because actually you're saying, well, somebody doesn't respect me, they don't like me, they're not calling me back, or they're not here when they're supposed to be here. And so you get this little lost feeling inside. I don't know when it occurs. They say that it begins when a child is approximately 3 years old. And the outside things that they hear, or the things, whether they're hearing them from teachers, parents, sisters or brothers, begin to settle in that subconscious mind. And each one begins to whittle away some of the power or the strength that the person ordinarily will have. For example, if you have a child, even if you have a pet, a friend, a neighbor, and every day you say to them, you are so wonderful, you look so good today, I'm so happy you're here, that person will perk up like this. But if you open the door and your neighbor's outside and you say, oh, there's that crab again. Oh, I cannot take that. Can't take that. Oh my goodness, why do I have to live next to somebody like that? So we have to remember, when you love yourself, that person, even if they are cranky, even if they're cranky, will not affect you. It will not get through to you. And the things that happen to us in life that make us most unhappy are what gets through to us. It touches our soul. It hurts us. That's the hurts we have to get over. So what we're going to do later is we're going to do like a cleansing thing, almost like a forgiveness thing. Here are some of the words that we're taught, and they're words that we should avoid. The first one is should. I should do this, I should do that, I should do that. You're constantly preaching to yourself. The second word is would. I have to. Oh, I have to do that. I have to be on time. I have to answer the phone. I have to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock. I have to get up. I have to go to the movies. I have to go to dinner, even though you don't want to go to dinner. So every one of those words is forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. And what you're doing is you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself because you go, and that's the time when either the dinner's not good or you're exhausted. You're tired. That's one thing. And the other two words are don't forget. Anytime somebody says don't forget, the first thing you do is forget. It's very easy. Very easy. Don't forget to call me at 7. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Ah, I forgot to call her. I forgot to call him. Okay. Don't forget to put your clothes away. Don't forget to go to the tailor. Oh, the tailor's closed. It's Sunday. All of those things. It's like a push constantly, and it's a constantly. Okay, go back to parents. All of us have experienced one or two of these things. Talking to your parents. You're little or you're young, and what's exciting now today, I think everybody almost gets what they want, truly. I can imagine somebody asking for an iPod 20 or 30 years ago. You know, you're lucky if you got sneakers. Okay. Okay, so here's the words from the parents. Be good. So you say to yourself, am I bad? Was I bad? Is that why I have to be good? What is good? Don't know what good is. That's the beginning. What do you think? Who do you think you are? Well, I thought I was Maria. I mean, who am I? Who do I think I am? What are you supposed to say to a parent that says that to you? Or a teacher? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Oh, I think I'm Donald Trump. I think I'm Marilyn Monroe. Oh, off to the insane asylum you go, right? Again, parents, what do you think, I'm made of money? You know, I don't hear that too much anymore from the younger people. Actually, they're all in debt because they buy their kids everything. My daughter said to me the other day, very interesting, oh, I bought myself sneakers, and I said, oh, that's great. $929. Oh, really? And then I said, what should I give my grandson for his birthday? His birthday is August 19th. He's 7 years old. She said, you know what he would really like? I said, what? Oh, he would like an Olympic t-shirt. It's a little pricey, though. I said, how much is it? $129. I said, I could get the guy that ran the race to come to my house for $129. I'm not buying him that t-shirt. I said, I'll give him cash. Go buy it himself. In my heart, I could never do that. So today is very different. Today is different because a lot of things, maybe sometimes children do have to learn to balance a little bit. And they do. They do if you explain to them. Not if you say to them, what do you think, I'm made of money? If you just said, you know, right now, maybe I can do it. Let's wait a while. I'll save up some money and we'll take care of it. And the child is happy. When my youngest daughter was little, she wanted this thing that was, I don't know how much money it was. I said, oh, Carolyn, I can't give you that. And she said to me, can't you lie to me and say you can? Now that is ridiculous. Why would I lie to her? But that was her idea. Just lie. Don't say no. Just say that. Okay. Back to our Louise Hay and the spoken word. If you talk about money and you have a lack of money and you say, I can't afford to do this, I can't afford to do that, you're constantly creating that in your life. Your words are creating your life all the time. So, okay, maybe you don't have the money to do exactly, but just say, I choose not to do it at this time. So then it comes to the idea that you're in charge. You're in charge of the situation. My grandmother had a wonderful thing. Okay, I have to. Oh, we were going to work with have to. You have to do this, you have to do that. I choose to work with this word. But what I'm going to tell you is something that my grandmother said. My grandmother was from Italy. She's an immigrant. She came here, couldn't speak a word of English, but did learn English. She was a dressmaker. And as my uncles got older and my mother, they would tell her, you know, Mama, this is what you're supposed to do. You really should do it this way. And she used to say this to them. I do what I like. You do what you like. Don't tell me what to do what you like. And she lived till 86 years old, very healthily. So there's the thing. I do what I like. Do what you like. Make your choice and stay with it. Another word that we should refrain from is but. Only goats butt. We don't butt. We shouldn't butt. Because every time we butt, we're saying, so you say to somebody, well, I want to go to Las Vegas next week. And your friend will say to you, oh, but, you know, the birds might get in the plane, you know. As long as they don't get in the slot machine, it's okay with me. But there we go, but. So somebody is telling you what you're saying is not right. That you have to change your mind because they're making the choice for you. So we don't want that. The subconscious mind accepts everything we say. When we come to the idea of prosperity, now Louise Hay tells us the world is rich. There is so much prosperity. The ocean, if you look at the ocean, that's what prosperity is like. It comes to you, it gently leaves again, and it comes back again, just like the waves. There's prosperity in the sand. You can't count the sand. There's prosperity in the leaves of the trees. Everything around you is prosperity. Now I'll tell you a little story about this woman. Her name is Vetura Popke, and she was practitioner at the time of Ernest Holmes, and she was not making any money. She was having trouble having money. So she did this little exercise, and she tells everyone to do it. Okay, go out into your backyard with a basket. And in your backyard, imagine you're picking up 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, and filling your basket with this money. Make sure your neighbors don't see you. Now, because they'll think you're crazy. But you know, this starts to bring up a prosperity consciousness that there's money somewhere. So, okay, next day you go out, before you know it, you'll need a big bucket. The other thing she said was, get your checkbook, deposit slips, and deposit $10,000 to yourself. But don't let anybody else get it. I mean, don't let your son pick it up and say, I'll go to the bank for you, Mom. No, but truly, the whole thing, that's why everything has to do with your feeling about yourself and your conscious and subconscious mind. You tell yourself stories, just like we tell little children stories, so they will understand a little better. Just the way Jesus taught parables. That's how he taught. He taught in little stories, because those people at that time were not educated. They didn't go to schools, so he made examples. This is not to say, truly, things don't happen in life. They definitely happen. And everyone has a reason or something that they either have to get over or have to get through. Whether it's a loss, an illness, a problem with a job, a problem with a child, they exist. This is not to say they don't exist. It is to say for yourself that possibly you can handle it better if you can address the problem, know that it's there, but know eventually it will get better. And it will clear. It will clear. So you don't constantly stay in the mode. If any of you here have ever read Emmett Fox's Golden Key, has anyone ever read that? It's a little pamphlet. If you go to a Unity church, get it. It's fantastic. Of course, he doesn't say about doing anything. I know, for example, if someone is really feeling ill, the thing he says to do is, instead of thinking about the problem all day long, before you go to bed, even while you're sleeping, instead of concentrating on the problem, think of something else instead of the problem. He uses this as an example. God is with me. 4 words. So you think, okay, my foot really hurts today. And, oh, what's going to happen? And I have to go to the doctor, and this has to be taken care of. Instead of going through that whole regimen of words and thoughts and worry and fear, just start to say, every time you think of your foot or your hand, whatever it may be, God is with me. God is with me. If you don't want to say God, say what you feel is great. Let's say, and this is not really a joke. Let's say you have a pet that you adore, whether it's a cat or a dog or not a bird. I don't like birds. A pet mouse. You can say this thing that you love. If it's your mother, someone. If it's your mother, you can say, Catherine is with me. Joseph is with me. You can say, God is with me. You can say, your little dog's name is with me. What it does is it takes your mind off the problem, takes your mind off the pain, and it places it somewhere so that your whole being, because when we're worried, every part of our body tightens up and every pain gets worse. Everybody knows that. So doing this or something similar to that, choose your own word. If you're Catholic or you're a Christian, you would say Jesus helps me. If you're Jewish, you can say Moses helps me. Whatever, but be with me, help me. God is with me. Something like that. That's one way to get through something. This section is almost over, but I will tell you. Again, I'm going to ask you to pick up your mirrors and say, I love myself. And I approve of myself.
I approve of myself.
I'm the best person I know.
I'm the best person I know.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
Nobody's better than me.
Nobody is better.
Not Trump,
Not Trump.
not Obama,
Not Obama.
not Romney.
Not Romney.
Me. I'm it. I'm it. Okay? Okay, now, love yourself as if you were Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. You're the only person can do it. When you love yourself, you love everybody. I know a little 5-year-old girl, and I said to her once, I love you. And she said to me, I love you too. And I love everybody else. And everybody loves me. And I thought, isn't that great to say? So back to the mirrors. Everybody loves me.
Everybody loves me.
Whether they know it or not.
Whether they know it or not.
And I don't care if they don't love me. Because I love me. I adore me. I'm the best.
I'm the best.
Good. Be a little girl. Be a little boy. Be a fireman. Be a doctor. Be a garbage man. Just be all you want to be.